Hi, my name is Ine Rahia. Today I'll be informing you about what fast fashion is, how it hurts our environment and workers. My mom and sister always dressed me up when I was in the latest trends when I was a little kid. What I would wear was popular back then, like Hollister and Abercrombie and Fitch. Now that I'm older, my sense of style comes from the taste of music that I listen to and what my favorite artists are wearing. Today, a lot of people follow popular trends of fashion. These fashion trends come and go. Of a raise of hands, has anyone thought of what fast fashion is and how it hurts our environment and underpays workers? Now I'll define to you what fast fashion is. According to Jasmine Malik Kyle from Vox, what fast fashion is cheap, disposable clothing made indiscriminately, imprudently, and often without consideration for the environmental and labor conditions by companies. Now I'll tell you what fast fashion is. Before the 1800s, most people relied raising sheep to get wool, which they would spin into yarn, which they would use to weave cloth. The Industrial and Revolution era was when introduced textile machines, factories, and ready-made clothing. During the 1960s, through the 2000s, the fashion trends began to be at a faster speed. People enjoyed having cheap clothing to follow these trends and reject making their own clothes. Fashion brands needed to find ways to keep up with these increasing demands of affordable clothing, which led to massive textile mills opening across the world, and it made the companies save millions of dollars by outsourcing the laborers. Now that you know what fast fashion is and the history of fast fashion, now I'll be informing you why fast fashion is hurting our environment and as well as underpays workers. There's some reason why fast fashion is hurting our environment. According to the Washington Post, fast fashion is hurting our environment. The way it's hurting our environment is documented. The fast fashion clothing industry is the major source of water pollution and greenhouse gas emissions worldwide. In 2015, Americans threw out nearly 12 million tons of clothes and shoes, 3 times as much as they did in 1990, according to the Environmental Protections Agency. Stated in Environmental Health Perspectives, the manufacture of polyester and other synthetic fabrics is an energy-intense process requiring large amounts of crude oil, releasing emissions including volatile organic compounds, particulate matter, and acid gases such as hydrochloride. These chemicals can cause health problems. Now I'll inform you about fast fashion companies underpaying their workers. In the fast fashion business, they hire people from other countries to make clothing using cheap labor to make tons of clothing that keeps up with the trends. Workers are now paid for overtime, and sometimes at the end of the month, they aren't even paid the amount that they deserve. They also mistreat the workers if they do not meet the end goal of how many shirts to make. The way that they mistreat the workers is by insulting them, not letting them have breaks, or not letting them drink water. Forever 21 is one of many companies that have horrible labor conditions for the workers. In the LA Times, Ula spends 11 hours a day pinning Forever 21 tags on trendy tops and cutting loose threads in one workshop. Ula earns $6 an hour, which is below minimum wage in Los Angeles. According to the Department of the U.S. Labor investigated 77 Los Angeles garment factories from April through July of 2016 and found that workers paid as little as $4 and an average of $7 an hour for a 10-hour day spent sewing clothes for Forever 21, Ross Dress for Less, and TJ Maxx. Today, I informed you what fast fashion is, the the history of fast fashion, how it hurts the environment, and how companies who are fast fashion underpay workers. I hope what I informed you about fast fashion gives you more background on what you wear. With the information I told you about fast fashion, you can go tell everyone you know the history of fast fashion, why it's bad for our environment, and what companies are part of fast fashion, how it underpays their workers. If this topic is interesting, you can always ask me for more details about it, or I can even tell you what articles to read about fast fashion. Thank you.